Hi, hello, welcome to my channel. This is Ajay Yadav. In today's video, not video, today's I'm doing my first ever podcast. So today's topic of the podcast is about blockchain Web3. So we have our guest who is Ajay Yadav. He is a blockchain developer, and when it comes to study, he is a computer science engineer. So he is in this blockchain space since last 2 years, and in the space of cryptocurrency from last 4 years. So let's get into his talk. Hi Ajay, how are you?
Hi, I'm fine.
So how is everything going, man?
Everything is going fine.
Okay, I already gave an intro about you, about your professional career. What according to blockchain development, or you are a computer science engineer, and also you are into this cryptocurrency space. Everything I have gave already to my audience, but I just want to my audience want to listen from you. What you want to give your introduction.
Okay, so basically my name is Ajay. I am a computer science student and I am working with blockchain from like 2 years, and I am in the crypto space for like 4 years, for more than 4 years. Give and say, but I started majorly developing with blockchain like when I got into the computer science, because when I got into the computer science, then I actually get to know the things in depth. Before that, I was basically knowing the things. Okay, it's a Bitcoin, it's a Ethereum, and they are kind of currencies, but I didn't know their depth, how they are and how they basically work. But now I know them, I work with them, I make applications with them. So that's a job that what basically a blockchain developer do.
Yeah, that's so nice to hear. And when I got to know about this blockchain development and all from you, from your LinkedIn profile, which I have saw, the first thing
Mhm.
I got in mind is definitely about cryptocurrency. So many
Yeah,
people, so let's go in a way, just take this podcast in a way from cryptocurrency to the blockchain and Web3 in a sequence. So everyone, most of the people know about cryptocurrency. They have heard about it. Some might be started investing about in it. So let's
okay.
talk something about crypto. You already mentioned you have your 4 years of experience in cryptocurrency.
Yeah,
So for many of the people, they started knowing about cryptocurrency from the last year, from the lockdown time, COVID time, when there is a
yeah,
huge hypes in Bitcoin and these things.
yeah,
They many of the people,
yeah,
even many of my friends or whoever I know, so they don't know the technicalities here. They just came when the market is in boom and they are just falling. So you are into this space since 4 years. So what are your
yeah.
ups and downs in cryptocurrency? Like I don't want to talk about your investments, like how much you have invested in these things. Let's talk about your mindset when you back started, when back 4 years, how you got to know about cryptocurrency, how you started your investment journey, and these things.
Okay. Okay, so actually it all started with Bitcoin, because when I went one day I was searching about something, and I just found an advertisement about Bitcoin investment. So you can invest in Bitcoin. So I just go on the internet and search for the Bitcoin. Okay, what is this Bitcoin? And when I search and when I saw its value, like it was initially like it's there for like zero and kind of, and now it was like going up. So I can, okay, what is this thing? Okay, let me search about it more. So I research about Bitcoin more, and then I get, okay, it's kind of digital currency. Then people are using, but I was not so sure actually what it is, which bank is basically allowing people to use it. I was not sure, but when I search more for it, then I got to know, okay, it's a kind of digital currency that is not issued by any government. It's by the people and for the people. Okay, so that was all. And after like in 2 years, I was just used to not invest so much in the cryptocurrency, because back then I didn't have that kind of money. Okay, and at that time we don't have exchanges like Wadirex, Coindex we do have now. Okay, so back then I was just seeing the market with what is Bitcoin and how it's going, how its graph is working. But when I get admission into the computer science, then my life got changed, because when I get into computer science, I then again started working with Ethereum. And Ethereum and Bitcoins are different things. Okay, so Ethereum, basically with Ethereum you can develop, make applications, but with Bitcoin you can't do. And when I went to go into the Ethereum ecosystem, then it's what like crazy. You can do everything. You can make every application that you can make with general
Yeah,
like web servers.
one second, Ajay, one second. I just want to mention this thing. We definitely will be talking about technicalities of Ethereum and Bitcoin later. So
Yeah,
many
yeah.
people wanted to know about cryptocurrency as an investment, how to gain money. So let's talk about in terms of monetarization, like how is the money and how your investment started and what are these things. So later we can talk about the technicalities. Definitely there are some
Okay.
questions about technicalities as well. Just say the
Okay.
monetization, how is the money, what's the revenue or what is the returns you have got from cryptocurrency, or how did you started like that?
So basically, I told you, well, I started with Bitcoin, but I didn't, much in Bitcoin. I basically major invested in currencies like ADA, Cardano, and actually they have given me a very good return. Okay, so I haven't, that kind of invested because I am a developer. So what I basically do, I analyze the coins, because in this space you first have to analyze the coins, because analyze the cryptocurrency, analyze the what are they, how they work, what is their business. Okay, so I analyzed them. Okay, and I found some very good one, like I told you about the Cardano. Okay, when I found Cardano, it was in early stage. So yeah, so I do that, and I did that analysis, and after that I invested them. So that's all about my investment. I didn't do that kind of trading investment that people expect. Okay, I have invested in a lot of coins. I invested in limited number of coins.
Yeah. So the way you're saying, which is like many people think that people who are in the space of blockchain or these things are like only for the cryptocurrency, or cryptocurrency is the most important thing, definitely. But the blockchain or Web3 is not about completely cryptocurrency. Even as you have mentioned, it's a part of it where anyone can try. As you have mentioned, this Cardano, even that's people do say that we have to find the coins or do our investment when the coin is in very early stage. So definitely you got
Yeah.
that point right. And yeah,
Yeah.
so definitely we have started with cryptocurrency. So as you are a blockchain developer, so how did it started? How did your interest towards blockchain development? As we can see, right now we have Web2, which is running up and running. So all the Facebook and social networking that we are doing, all the centralized things are based on the Web2. Even I do my research and these things related to Web2 and Web3. But
Yeah.
definitely Web3 is something a block powered by the blockchain. So for that Web3, which is blockchain powered, you are developing the blockchain, and which is the futuristic most important, one of the core jobs. One of the
Yeah.
most important field is blockchain development. Right now, many people are doing Java, Python, and these things. But how did you find out this blockchain development and you started your job in it? And like you can say with as to understand for the beginners, many of my audience would definitely the beginners, so for them,
Okay.
it should be understandable. Like, how did you start your blockchain
Actually,
development journey?
when I started the development, I was already a computer science guy. Okay, so I just was scrolling on the YouTube, and I found a video about a channel called Dap University. So basically, on that video, the guy explained the roadmap how to be a blockchain developer, and I followed him like for 1 week. I thought, okay, let's give him a chance. Okay, see what is this blockchain development. And when I went into it, it was actually becoming interesting. Then I keep moving forward and keep moving forward, and that's how I basically started the blockchain development. But once when I get into this development thing, I learned a lot of things, like how to make tokens, how to make currencies, how to write smart contracts, okay, and how to interact with blockchain, how to analyze the data on the blockchain. Actually, there are a lot of things as a blockchain developer you can do. But the basic things, if anyone wants to start the blockchain development, if anyone wants to be a developer, if you are already a developer, then it's gonna be cakewalk for you. It's not very hard. But if you are not a developer, then actually you have to do a lot. You will have to do a lot of things.
Yeah. So, like, what are the courses you have done to become a blockchain? Have you
No,
done any
actually,
courses?
no, actually, I haven't taken any courses because actually it's a new space. So people are still learning it, okay, and people are still developing it. So there are not a very good courses that I can recommend people. What you can do if you want to learn things like if you want to learn about the Ethereum, just go on their official site and they have documented things very properly. Okay, so you should go there and see the roadmap and they will teach you how to do everything. So you don't actually you don't need to waste your money on the tutorials because everything is new. So most guys don't know that much. Okay, but there are some like if you want to take and course, then you can take on Ivan on tech like his academy, and actually he's a very good instructor.
Yeah. So many of my audience, as I've said, there might be people who pretend knew completely about blockchain, even what's the
Okay.
blockchain. So let's consider for a beginner to understand how would you do what's your definition for the blockchain to be understandable for the beginners who wants to start their career or want to learn blockchain or cryptocurrency. What's the definition
So
of blockchain according to you?
okay, so first I want to make clear one thing that cryptocurrency and blockchain are two different things. Okay, and blockchain you can think of a server like where you store data in a distributed form. Okay, so blockchain is just a simple database in a distributed form where files are stored in encrypted form. In encrypted form, encryption means no one can read that file except you because you have the key to read that file. Okay, so that's all about the blockchain. And so when you store data on those basically decentralized platforms, and when you connect the data with hashes, okay, hashes are also kind of encryption. So these like little small data segments makes a chain, and we call that chain as blockchain. Okay, so
Yeah.
so what's the role of blockchain in the cryptocurrency is like that your bank's place for that your bank's basically database place for you. Okay, to ensure that you have the balance to use the deduction to make the payment. So that's why we need blockchain for these cryptocurrencies.
Yeah. So even I have done my bit of research related to blockchain. I was doing my research from last 3 to 4 months. I started learning about this space of Web3 and blockchain basically. So what I have
Okay.
understood is basically it's like many of the people do say it's kind of a public ledger where all our data and all our finances will be stored, and it's it's available for all, but it's an encrypted with an cryptography if I'm not wrong, right?
Mm.
So in blockchain development, you, if I'm not wrong, what do people exactly do in this process? Like when you're developing this blockchain, what do you do exactly?
Actually, there are two things. One is a blockchain developer and one is a blockchain engineer. Okay, so blockchain engineer is the kind of guys who basically build the whole blockchains like Ethereum, Solana, Polygon. Okay, so these guys build the whole blockchain, and we are blockchain developers. So basically, what a blockchain developer do, they if that blockchain is supported by smart contracts, then we write the smart contract on these blockchains using the programming languages. Okay, and we build decentralized applications on those blockchains. So there are two things: blockchain engineer and a blockchain developer. Okay, and about the blockchain, if anyone is seeing about the blockchain, then he has to first see that the blockchain is public or private. If it's a public blockchain like Ethereum or Solana or Bitcoin, you can read the data. But if it's a private blockchain, then you can't read their data because they have protected you. Okay. So first you have to see which type of blockchain it's it. If it's a public blockchain or private blockchain. Okay.
Yeah. So as I mentioned, recently there is a ban towards private crypto coins, if I'm not wrong, right?
Yeah.
There is a ban in India. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
No,
So
actually it's a buzz, not actual ban. Yeah. So basically, according to government definition of private crypto that I am aware of, the government had given a definition about that if any crypto is not basically issued by any government, then they are saying that it's a private crypto. But actually, it's not the reality, because you can see the Bitcoin, the Ethereum, all are public currencies. So basically, government, they have like given this statement about private crypto, they are banning them. But you can see like exchanges are basically offering their ICOs, and some big exchanges from Singapore are coming to India. So government is actually not gonna ban the private currencies, because there are not very much private currencies in the blockchain space. And if any currency is private, then how you are able to buy, how public is able to buy that? Okay, so generally we use currencies like Ethereum, Bitcoin, Solana. So all are public. So government is not gonna ban them, but they are basically gonna regulate it. They are gonna put taxes on it.
Yeah. So when I was going through a LinkedIn profile, I saw some posts or some things related to NFTs. So in
Yeah.
this last few days, or the last 2 3 months, I was following some things related to NFTs, updates, newses, and I have saw rich people are leveraging their money using NFTs. They are buying for some stuff, some amount NFT and an art, which is basically a crypto art, and they are later trading it and gaining leveraging their money. So what's your view on NFTs in terms of blockchain, and how people are a bit confused, like blockchain is something which looks technical, right? Like if a beginner or who doesn't know about these things, if we talk about if someone like you were speaking about blockchain, he or she would think that it's completely new, it's technical. But when it comes to NFTs or this arts, it's basically an art, but how that is related to blockchain and how these things are selling for crores, getting sold for crores, and someone is buying it for investing many crores. What's the thing? What's your view on NFT space?
Okay, so NFTs is kind of, you can think of like they are unique things people are, but they're unique. How they are unique, that is defined by the blockchain. Okay, so basically like people used to, basically you can think of like Pokemon cards. Okay, people used to basically collect Pokemon cards. Why? Because they have some kind of uniqueness. Okay, so the whole NFT concept is based on this uniqueness thing. You have something that's unique. Okay, then it has the value. Okay, and where blockchain comes in the picture to prove that okay, this thing is unique. Why? Because it is on the blockchain and you are the only guy or whoever is owning it. Okay, so blockchain is basically people using the blockchain for security reasons and prove the ownership of that NFT. So like in paintings, if you remember, in paintings, if you have a painting like Mona Lisa, then what actually is in the painting? Actually, I'm not sure what is in the painting, but the painting is unique. The painting has value because it's unique. Okay, so and why it's unique? Because the artist made it, he was a genius, and so that's why it's unique, because a genius made it. So on the blockchain, if you like made some art, okay, and you put it on the blockchain, not only blockchain, it's called IPFS. It's a decentralized data server, basically file storage system. So you put that NFT on the IPFS, okay, and there are smart contracts who basically are being used to transfer those NFT from one person to another, and you can prove your ownership using those smart contracts.
Yeah. Okay. So that's nice to know about NFTs as well. But
Yeah.
let's keep this video as this is the first collaboration of ours. When it comes to blockchain, you have explained more than enough, like technicalities of blockchain. So we'll be planning other podcast where we'll be having all the technicalities, pure technicalities, how's the things and what
Okay.
are the smart contracts. We'll go into depth. So let's keep it for other video. For this video, let's talk about crypto as well. Like people are like, let's say, person like me is first got to know about cryptocurrency. Then I'm trying to learn about blockchain and Web3. So right now, many people are in those kinds of stage where they wanted to learn about cryptocurrency. But as you have mentioned, when we need to investing in cryptocurrency, we need to invest for long term, or as you have mentioned, the Cardano coin that you have invested in. So what are the things, what are the technical analysis, or what kind of analysis that we need to do before buying or investing in crypto
Okay,
for the
so
long
if you
term?
are going, yeah, in a long term, like in crypto, actually there is no company behind it. Okay, so actually you have to go on their website and see how their website is. Okay, then you have to see for their team. Okay, who are in their team. Okay, and when you see the team, like okay, this is the team, the guys who are working on it. Then just go on their social media and see how much ES experience they have. Okay, and then see about their project. Okay, what is their project, and then try to find the use of that project, because if any project has no use, then it can initially generate some money, but it is not gonna be in long term. Okay, so you need to check their website, find about their founders, and I would suggest, if any cryptocurrency has anonymous founders or anonymous developer, you shouldn't invest in that one. Okay, so if founders are legitimate and experienced, the site is good, you can try to read their white paper, but actually the white paper contains a lot of technicalities, so I wouldn't suggest you as a beginner to basically read the white paper. So you just see the project, see the developers, the team, and that will be more than enough for you to start with. You start investing.
Yeah, so as you have mentioned about the founders or anonymous, in these days we have heard about a coin, something related to Squid Game, if I'm not wrong. They just
Yeah,
yeah, yeah, it's one of the thing.
yeah.
So yeah, please continue.
So basically, about the Squid Game, I have also heard of the Squid Game. So basically, what those guys did, those guys, they just write a smart contract and basically a program and put it on the Binance or related chain. Okay, and it was very easy work, but they were anonymous, so that's why people can't find them, and they steal a lot of money from the people. Okay, so if you want to avoid those kind of mistake, then you have to invest in legitimate currency, because the crypto market is open for 24/7. Okay, so like you invested in a currency that was high, and when you sleep and wake up after 7 to 8 hours, then the currency is down. Actually, it has happened with some of my friends. So that's why you should always invest in legitimate currencies.
Okay. So as I mentioned, like the coins, even I do believe in Ethereum. So I have started my investment in Ethereum. Later, as I have mentioned, I am also one of the not earliest as much as you, but one of the earliest investor of Cardano. So I have saw great returns from it, and even I observed is people having this FOMO when Cardano or these kinds of coins are going just pumping up, and people are investing some money there at that all-time high, and later it is dumped and people are having the losses. So when it comes to long-term coin, that's okay, that's fine. Even let's instances, if there is a dump, that's fine. In future definitely it's gonna go up, but there are many coins who doesn't have any any proper technical background to it. They don't have a particular anything like SHIB coin or Dogecoin, these coins that we are seeing. So what's your view on those kinds of coins like SHIB INU
Actually,
and
like SHIB and those coins, totally depends on their community, the people who are backing them. Okay, these coins people are only use like SHIB and Doge are used as a payment, but most the government of most countries are not declaring them as a legal tender. So if there is no use of anything, then sooner or later it's gonna get out from the market. So like SHIB or Doge, like rich people are backing these coins, and why they are backing, everyone knows, because they are making money from it. Okay, so these coins, like I have seen, like Doge was went to like $0.7, $0.7, and now it is just in between 0.2 to 0.3. Okay, and why? Because of its community, people are basically backing the coin, because they have already invested in it, and now they don't want to lose their money that they have remained in that coin. Okay, So that's how this all happened. Like, and that is going to happen same with the Shiba Inu sooner or later.
Yeah, so as you mentioned, like people like Elon Musk, even if in Dogecoin there is nothing, but they have invested a lot of money. The people who has this influential kind of a things, they are doing some tweets or something, and because of that tweets, people are buying it, and it's getting pumped, and their revenues, they will be investing lakhs
Actually,
of crores in it, and they are enjoying the returns, right?
yeah, actually, the thing is like with Elon Musk, actually, the guy is running some big companies. Okay. So when he's tweeting about some coins, then the people think, oh, okay, he may be gonna, allow to accept, the Dogecoin with Tesla. Okay. And if he's gonna accept that coin, actually, it's a big thing because Tesla is one of the biggest company. So, but he is not actually doing that. He is just pumping the coins and maybe behind the scenes, he is buying them. Actually, I don't know, but I'm sure about one thing that he is making profit of it. That's sure.
Yeah. Okay, okay. That's really good things. Like we have spoke about cryptocurrency. So let's get into the basic that we are talking about blockchain development. So there are many of my friends who will be watching this video who have done their engineering or even technical enthusiasts who wants to learn blockchain development. So what would you suggest? Like what are the skills needed to get started as a blockchain developer? What are the things they should learn?
Okay, so what I would suggest if anyone wants to start a blockchain development, they should start with Ethereum because it's an oldest blockchain with the basically functionality of smart contract, and it has the biggest community. Like if you are starting blockchains like development like Solana, then what is going to happen if you got stuck somewhere? Okay, then you need to find answers. And if there is not a big community of people, then it will be hard for you to find those answers. Okay, so with Ethereum, this is not the thing because it's an already established blockchain. If I got stuck somewhere on the Ethereum, like I am making some application, I'm getting some kind of error. So I went on the Ethereum. So first you need to choose a blockchain that is actually that has a kind of big community. Okay, then you need to find out the programming languages for that blockchain, which may you are gonna use. Like for Ethereum, it's a Solidity. So you need to learn a programming language. The first thing you need to learn some frameworks, okay, which mean you are gonna use those basically programming language. So these are two things you can start with blockchain development. And if anyone wants to start right now, like after watching this video, they can just use Remix and Solidity to start blockchain development.
So definitely, even the things you are seeing about smart contracts or solidity and these things itself needs lots of research to know about these things and understand the technicalities behind this. Definitely, we'll be doing more podcasts related to these things, hopefully. So yeah, we had a good conversation related to cryptocurrency, blockchain, and these things. So what's your view on Web3? How this gonna change our lives? Like basically, what I would say, I would like to say what I have understood or with my research about Web3. So basically, definitely, it's completely related to the blockchain, powered by blockchain, and blockchain itself gives the centralized things that we wanted, our data. Even the web 2, the major concern in web 2, the things that we are observing is data breach, and our data is not secured. The personalized ads, that even if you are searching for something, even if you are talking to our friend, these our data or conversations that we are having are not at all secure. But the only thing which I would love, I started lurking in this blockchain, is related to the our data privacy. We are the owners of our data. So I have already recorded or made planning more videos related to these things. So in terms of blockchain or this Web3, what's our views? Like what is the future in next 10 years? Let's say it's 2023, 2031. So how would that kind of a thing right now? People are more about Web2, Facebook, Java, or if it comes to start learning about things, people are about Java, Python, or social communication or social networking. People are more about Facebook, Instagram, and these things, WhatsApp. So, what would be the next 10 years, the websites or apps which will be developed on the based on the blockchain, and how would those things make our lives different and more secure. What is your view on it?
Okay, so basically, first on next 10 years, the major two things that are gonna change with Web3. The first one is finance, okay, and the second is NFT. So finance with the support of cryptocurrency, and NFT with the support of blockchain. So these two things will be the leader of the leadership of the changing in next 2 years. We will see a lot of other changes, but they won't be like they won't be like so much, but you will see a lot of change in the finance and the NFT thing. So these are the two things that are gonna change a lot in next 10 years. So if you are thinking about the investment, then you should actually invest the project that actually basically you can think like basically are based on these finances or NFT things.
So that's really nice conversation with you, Ajay. So planning for hopefully we'll be doing more podcasts, learning or just sharing your experiences more about blockchain, and we'll be learning more about Web3. Even my audience will be seeing this video. Even one person started their research or started learning about blockchain, it's more than enough for me. So that's the whole and sole reason why I have started my podcast and why I have started my YouTube channel to take people are doing right now about Web 2 and these things, where I want to showcase or share my learnings with many smart minds like you, and learn from you kind of a people and share it with my audience related to Web 3.0. So that's a really nice conversation. Nice talking with you, Ajay. Thank you for coming to this podcast. That's nice. We'll see you soon.